Hi everyone, just good evening. It's Damien here. I'm just doing an update on things, on how things are progressing and how things have deteriorated slightly. If you'll allow me to introduce the video and to introduce what's happened, basically, I just don't want other people ending up in in similar circumstances with similar experiences to myself. And I don't mean to upset or offend anyone in this video. The video is about experiences that have happened to me. So something I say that's happened to me may not necessarily mean someone else has gone through the same experience or gone through the same things as I have. This is about my opinion and my opinion only based on the facts of what's happened to me. I just want to put that little disclosure out there before I upset or offend anyone, basically, just with the topics of tonight's video. As you can see, I'm back at my parents'. Basically, I've not had a really good week. As I say, I've stopped my social care support at the moment for the paid part, where I've got a support worker. That's because basically my support contributions went up £70 a week, when they should have gone down when I was living on my own. However, because my money increased slightly, my expenses my contributions went up slightly, even though I've got more bills to pay and this and that. So technically, I've got more bills to pay and that. So my contributions have gone up, which means I can't afford the social care assessment because I've got bills to pay for stuff at home, and my food and everything. So got all them to sort out as well. So I've been looking at free opportunities or different opportunities that I can be getting involved with within the community. Basically, I've applied for some groups, some voluntary work. However, I've been turned down by a few employment opportunity programs by the Prince's Trust, and I've been turned down by a couple of theatre groups as well as a couple of other groups at the moment. So I was feeling a bit fed up, so I went to see my social worker, and that's on Friday. So she's gonna try to help me get back into a better routine and get back in sorting things out and trying to sort things out. That'll be a better situation and a better understanding for us all. So basically, I need more structure and a bit more routine of stuff to do during the day. And once I get the first part of my plan put together, then things should be a bit more smoother and I should be starting to fill back again. But as I say, I've had my ups and downs, and my problem is, and the main problem is at the moment that I don't have much to do during the day to occupy my mind, and that's the problem. I need a bit more structure and a bit more stability in my life to occupy my mind, and that. So I'm struggling with that basically, and I used to work with Step Forward Tees Valley, and this is the main part of the video, really, what I was wanting to make the video about. However, I thought I'd put a bit more of an update on of what's going on in my life right now. So yeah, I was working with Step Forward Tees Valley. We had a multi-agency meeting in February. It was the week before I got it was the week before I got my flat. It was the week before I got my flat, and that I think it was the Thursday before I got the keys to my flat. Basically, we had a multi-agency meeting. My support worker and social worker, Darton Association and Disability, and Step Forward Tees Valley. We had been delaying it for possibly 4 to 5 months, basically because of fitting people in and fitting everyone in, and shouldn't have happened the way it did, and the way that it's happened. I'm disgusted in the fact that it's happened as it did, and I am disgusted with the way that certain organisations worked. And basically, the meeting was about me, my partners, but every time I tried to speak, I got shouted at and told shut up by Step Forward Tees Valley by Diane. And whenever I tried to have my say, she shouted at me and told me to shut up. She used the meeting to roast me and to point out all my criticisms and all my negativity. And I wasn't happy about the way that went, and the way that I was getting told to shut up, and the way that they were using the meeting, especially Diane, to roast me and point out all my flaws and my negativity when they're trying to help me, basically. She kept saying that I didn't take part in the programme. However, I do take part in the Step Forward Tees Valley programme. I'm doing the employment stuff, and the only stuff that wasn't on my plan and wasn't on the plan was exercise, and really exercise isn't my fatigue. I want to do the employment stuff, but certain things that she wanted me to do were just upsetting. They kept saying that I didn't take part in the programme. She kept sending me for maths and English, for maths assessment especially, to try to get my level up to a level 2 to get the certificate for my apprenticeship. But most organisations aren't willing to work with me because I've got the certificate, and I've got the level 1 certificate, and I'm coming out entry 3, and I'm coming out at entry 3 when my certificate's level 1, and because I'm coming out below what my certificate is, no one is prepared to work with me and to get my needs back up for the level 2. That's with funding for the programme. And I wasn't happy by the way she was speaking about me and the way she was talking to me. I felt like shit. However, I put a complaint in to the Step Forward Tees Valley, and because of when I'm upset and because of my communication difficulties sometimes, I do prefer to contact via email. And the first time I put the complaint in, they wouldn't accept it as a formal complaint, the Darlington branch, because I put complaint in by email and I didn't want to speak, but without it being via email. So I put the complaint in via email and said I didn't want to speak, so I'd emailed them again and asked if we could take it further again, and I did, and they messaged me back a few weeks ago, said they've spoken to everyone, and they didn't see what I was saying was true or correct. However, they said they'd spoke to everyone that was that have been involved. And I spoke to my social worker, Kelly Durham, and spoke to Jane from Downton Association of Disability. Them two people were at the meeting and none of them have been contacted. So how can they base my complaints on Diane and the manager of Step Forward Tees Valley and Darlington when they didn't even speak to people that were involved in the meeting? This, to me, is disgusting and disgraceful, because it sounds like to me that they're just listening to their members of staff and allowing this behaviour to happen. And it's wrong. It's not nice to point out someone's flaws, to roast them, to say they're not taking part in the programme when they are. And I didn't enjoy that meeting, and I felt hurt by it. I felt hurt by what had happened, and I replied back to the email to say that they've not contacted Kelly Durham or Downton Association of Disability and what had happened, and wanted to clarify a couple of things, and they haven't replied back. And then Diane's trying to get me in to have another review, so to speak, or is it to roast me? I don't know. I don't feel confident speaking to her. I've changed the days that I do the Autism Society meetings, because the people that do the Autism Society meetings aren't in the Step Forward Tees Valley office on a Thursday. That's why I've changed the meeting from a Friday, to a Thursday, so I don't have to go into the Step Forward Tees Valley office and don't have to see him, basically. And I do want a job and I do want to volunteer. However, I'm not being spoken to like I'm a piece of shit or a piece of crap anymore. I've put up with it all my life. Bullying at school, I still dream about being bullied, and it still affects me to this day. And the stuff with Step Forward Tees Valley still affects me. I'm still hurt by it. I'm still shaken up by it. I feel confused. I feel upset. I don't think that my words that I've been listened to, and I don't feel that the meeting was fair when we try to put in a plan to have all the agencies together to basically stop anything bad happening, but it never. I just feel like Step Forward Tees Valley don't want to work with me, and they just feel like they're forced to work with me, so I don't know what to do. And I've made this video basically to express my thoughts and feelings on what happened. And I do participate in the programme. I do the employment stuff, and I really do. I go for the assessments, math assessments, each time I'm getting sent there. Or we don't know why she sent you in, and because I'm coming out at entry 3, and I knew all this would happen. I knew all this would happen because I've been through it before years ago with the job centre. Where they tried to get me apprenticeships before. No one will work with me because I'm coming out to a lot of the assessments and no one's prepared to help me with maths and English. So basically, it's really upsetting. And the way I've been trapped, and the way I've been handled with, it's upsetting, hurtful. Feel discriminated against. I feel hurt, feel shocked, feel like life's not worth bothering with anymore. And put a complaint in. They don't want to know. They're just taking their own staff's word for it. I think this kind of behaviour is acceptable for someone from a charity that's supposed to help people with additional needs, into employment or with problems they're facing, I don't feel like any of this has been taken into consideration. And from now, I don't feel like that none of this has been sorted, resolved properly. And I've, as I say, I've tried going down conventional routes to get this sorted, but they've not worked. And that's why I'm making a video now, try to get across my hurt and my feelings towards the organisation in general. I am shocked, upset, hurt. I feel like life's not worth bothering with anymore, and just don't know what's happening around the corner yet with my life. It's just because I've got in the back of my mind, whenever I'm working with someone now, does this organisation want to work with me, or do they feel like are they being forced to work with me? And deep down, I don't want to work with the organisations that have been forced to work with me, and I'd much rather work with the organisations that are honest and do want to work with me at the end of the day. I'm not prepared to work for an organisation that want to bully me into the way that they want me to be, into the way that they want me to be, because they're forced to work with me basically. I'd much rather work with an organisation that wants to work with me and happy to work with me to get the best out of me. And that's it. I feel like with Kelly and Jane from Darton Association of Disability, that they want to get the best out of me and want to do things more my way, so to speak, on how it affects me. Basically, that's what I sense with them, that they want to get the better picture out for me, and they know what's better for me, rather than being with organisations that feel like they've been forced to work with me. Basically, how dare Step Forward Tees Valley, especially Diane, treat people like they've treated me, basically. And I'm not prepared to put up with it anymore. And if the organisation want to get in touch with me accordingly and resolve this matter, you've got my details, and I'd want the investigate. I want a full investigation, taking into consideration all my needs and the supporting evidence from my social worker and support worker from Darton Association of Disability, my advocate Jane. These two people hadn't been contacted regarding the meeting that I put the complaint in about. How can they say that, we've spoken to everyone in question for the meeting? How the fuck, excuse my French, how the fuck can an organisation say we've spoken to everyone in question? Yeah, they've spoken to Diane and a manager, because I put a complaint in about the manager as well for not dealing with it properly the first time. But how the fuck can an organisation say that we've investigated it fully, and we've spoken to everyone in question, when they haven't spoken to my social worker and my advocate from Darton Association of Disability, who were at the meeting, that can back it up? So I don't get how the fuck they've came back with that consequence, and now they're making me out to be a liar in the letter. So basically, I'm not happy about this, and I want a full investigation sorted, and the relevant people speaking to regarding the whole experience. If you are from Step Forward Tees Valley, as I say, you have not investigated this fully, because the other people that I gave you contact details for that were at the meeting haven't been questioned. So I want a full investigation done and consequences for the actions brought into consideration. As I say, I'm not happy about this. I'm not prepared to be treated like a pile of shit and a pile of shite anymore by an organisation that's been forced to work with me. I know that I've got a bit angry and a bit upset in this video. As I say, I don't mean to upset or offend anyone or hurt anyone. This video is about my experiences and facts based upon my experiences that my opinions relate to. Thank you and good night.